grass is whiter than a Vampire Weekend VIP section. Okay, guys? Lupus is some disease that seems to only affect like older, heavy-set black women who just like need a blanket. That seems to be the main symptom of having lupus, is you just need a blanket at all times. So rickets, I probably also have rickets as well. You're probably correct. But I'll tell you who has no diseases is Elon Musk. That's a guy, you just look at him, you just see him going about the world and you're like, that's a healthy guy. Damn. What a normal body he has. He definitely, his breasts don't seem to be cliffs of some nature. What a normal guy. He is the president, CEO, and currently the only coder. He runs the entire website himself, twitter.com, while at the same time personally designing rockets for SpaceX and cars for Tesla, the automotive company, all of which he started himself from the ground up. And he somehow managed to do this while still tweeting every 45 seconds or so. He just finds normal, understandable tweets where they just say things like, did you know that Jewish people will personally chew on the skin of white people as a treat? And then he'll just respond to that and go, interesting, looking into it, exclamation mark. He does that every few seconds while running a number of companies. But he recently sat down to talk to a man named, of course, Tucker Carlson. The Tucker Carlson Network on X.com. I don't think I'm going to get copyright struck for this because someone else with less subscribers than me, I'll make a note of it, has in fact already uploaded it. So I think we're fine. 3.4K likes on this already. Why was this so hard to find? The censorship is real. Very good point. What do you mean? I just typed Elon Musk interview into the second or third. I mean, yeah, it wasn't that hard to find, I'm going to be honest with you. I think they are censoring his powerful thoughts because they're afraid he's going to say something, quite frankly, too real. He might blow everyone's mind at some point and go, did you know trans people, in fact, aren't real? And then everyone will go, and blow their own fucking head off. I like how I have a gun in my holster and I still do this, but I'm not going to take the gun out. I don't care. Elon Musk sat down for an interview with Tucker Carlson, a newsman, to talk about the news, to talk about business. Little crazy laugh, Carlson. You're not wrong. Tucker Carlson has the laugh that signifies like, oh, this person has laughed in their life before. There have been times when he naturally has been amused by things. He just maybe watches, a Mel Brooks comedy.
He loses, man. What?
So first off, let's just let this play. Maybe I don't actually need to do any commentary on it because it seems like I can just play it.
You're fucked, dude.
I'm fucked. If he loses, I'm fucked.
It does seem that way. You can't just be like, yo,
Yeah, I'm like, how long do you think my prison sentence is going to be? Do you think? Will I see my children? I don't know.
Yeah, that is true that if he gets arrested, he will not be able to see his children. Something he does regularly. Todd, too quiet, Lamp Boob says. Okay, I'll turn this up right here so you can't see it. I'll go back and play this all again for you guys.
If he loses, man, what? You're fucked, dude.
I'm fucked. If he loses, I'm fucked.
First off, please, I get it. You guys are fighting for free speech. Maybe don't swear on my timeline. Okay, children watch this show. Thank you.
It does seem that way. You can't just be like, yo,
Yeah, I'm like, how long do you think my prison sentence is going to be? Do you think? Will I see my children? I don't know.
Now, that's the thing. He's really afraid because if Kamala Harris wins the presidency and he gets locked away in prison for being too based and lay epic red-pilled, frog meme, oh shit, it's that boy. If that happens, he won't be able to see his children anymore. Something he does regularly. He definitely sees all of his children. All, I think, 27 of his children. And it would be more, but sometimes he doesn't come enough, which is the woman's fault. He sees them all, definitely multiple times a week, and like talks to them, hugs them, engages them. Skate Away the Day says, Tucker Carlson's boat shoes without socks anger me for some reason. The thing about Tucker Carlson, you got to remember, here's how powerful he is. He's clearly, because he normally does these interviews, and he's not doing this one. This one, he may have to see his children. What would be funny is if you sat Elon Musk down and asked him to name all of his children. Name them. He would go, do I get a hint? No, just name them. We're waiting. Tucker Carlson normally does his interviews in a nice like woodshed where he does his woodworking. This one he's doing in a white void from The Matrix, which is cool. But how powerful he is able to use all of his tools, something he does all the time, to make a number of chests and canoes while just wearing boat shoes with no socks. A regular human being trying to do that would somehow slip the saw out and it would chop their foot off. But Tucker Carlson, that's how powerful he is.
Because it's not like you can say, well, yeah, I maxed out to him, but, you know, I get... You were
I have no plausible deniability. No, and I've been trashing Kamala nonstop.
Oh, I know.
Well, the Kamala puppet, I call her, you know. The machine that the Kamala puppet represents.
Yeah, she's irrelevant. I mean, she's not even...
No, I made a joke, which I realized I deleted, which is like, nobody's even bothering to try to kill Kamala, because it's pointless. What do you achieve? Nothing.
No, I also like that apparently in this interview, we're less than a minute in, and he's been brought 2 beverages. He got that crazy carpentry. People just keep bringing him beverages. It'd be funny if that keeps going for the whole almost 2 hours of this interview. He just has a big table filled with things to drink. He did, and a lot of people attacked him for this. Elon Musk did at one point say, hey, it's wild no one's even tried to kill Kamala Harris. I did think it was a little inappropriate for him to end that tweet with wink, wink, and then a link to find the nearest AR-15 reseller near you. But the thing is, he's not saying anyone should kill her. He's not saying that on Twitter. In his private email that you get, there might be some illustrations he's drawn, and you're like, damn, that's a lot of detail to the blood there. I don't know how you did that while running 7 companies, inventing new ways to get us to the Mars, tweeting every 45 seconds, and knowing all of your children and loving them. He's an ambitious guy.
It's totally
Let's find
right.
another puppet.
Exactly. That's
It's no point in killing.
it's deep and true, though.
Nobody's trying to kill Joe Biden.
It's
It would be pointless.
And another beverage. Listen, say what you will about this interview. The beverage lady, and also, speaking of Hank Hillbutt, me and this bitch both need to get together and talk about what exercises we need to do. Is it just squats? Do we need to inject things? So she's got a flat ass, and you might disagree with her politically, but she is keeping that table stocked with beverages. All right? You got to admit.
You actually put that up?
Yeah. Now, some people interpreted it as though I was calling for people to
Of course.
assassinate her. But I was like, no, even, I was like, doesn't it seem strange that no one's even bothered?
Skate Away the Day says, give me that beverage booty. I do agree. What is her name? Because first off, there is, I would say, an over 50% chance that Elon Musk tried to get her pregnant after this was over. He was like, would you like to... My impression of Elon Musk is largely based on the one time he hosted SNL. He did that, by the way. Do you remember that? Very fun. Where he would often punctuate his lines by kind of moving his head in a weird way like this. I haven't rewatched it, and I might be imagining that and tiring. Beverly is her name. Her name is Beverly Rage. Bev Rage. Anyway, he definitely tried to get her pregnant. And then she was like, ooh, I want to fuck you. And he goes, I should have you know, I have literally billions of dollars, and you would be amazed at how irresponsible I am with my money. And she goes, all right, you got to wear a condom. And he goes, no deal. And she goes, actually, great point. Great point. You 100% are not wearing a condom. In fact, would you like... Let me show you this article I found on how Peter North increases his loads. Is there a way you could do that? Because I would like to get triple pregnant. If I could be carrying 3 fucking babies at any one time, he would... Listen, Elon Musk, say what you will about him, be a great ex-husband. You know, he's too busy saving free speech to ever contact you or the children in any way. But damn, is he good at spending that money.
To try?
It's not worth it.
I mean,
there's an endless supply.
Yeah, like nobody would. It's absurd.
It could be anybody.
Yeah, yeah. Nobody's gonna try to. Nobody tries to assassinate a puppet.
Of course not. A marionette.
Yeah, marionette. It's just like, you know.
It's hilarious.
Yeah. What? She's safe. Like,
I'm losing viewers, by the way. When I started putting Elon Musk and Tucker Carlson on my screen, I lost a lot of viewers. You know what? I don't blame him.
To try to kill.
I don't blame him. An alpha male, this powerful and radiant, women, if you're watching this, you might get pregnant. Elon Musk is one of the only people, and science doesn't know how he does this, who can come through a computer screen.
Trump twice with actual guns and bullets.
Oh, yeah.
And here's the thing. I've talked about this before. There were 2 assassination attempts on Donald Trump. The first one, they got his ear. The second one, the guy didn't even get a shot off. And then apparently there was one like a few days ago where he wasn't even trying to assassinate him. He was just carrying a gun around at a Trump rally, which is like, you should kind of be allowed to do that. So they seem to be getting worse at it every time. They've gone from getting an ear to not getting anything to 0. So now they're going into the negative. So the next person who tries to assassinate Donald Trump, it's kind of like rebound, and somehow Tim Walz is going to lose a ball, which is fine because his dick doesn't work. And that's why he needs IDF. And J.D. Vance should have ran on that at the debate.
Yeah, you shot in the air right in fucking Butler where I was. And
he doesn't seem rattled. It's weird.
Lamp Boob says, I'm not pregnante, but I'm feeling kind of murdery. I don't think you think you're not pregnant because, of course, you're unlovable and no one's busted inside your barren, desolate womb recently. I feel bad for saying that. Just kidding. We all love you here. No one has been up in there just shooting ropes, but just watching video of Elon can get you pregnant. So you might want to go get a test.
Does he to you?
This doesn't seem what?
Rattled.
He has the constitution of an ox. It seems. You know, it's not like working out and eating healthy. And he's
okay. We gotta tape this.
Yeah, we're good.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
So
he's not like, let me eat another salad.
I like how casual Tucker is there, where he's just like, oh, we didn't even know we were recording. I'm just having fun with my friend. We're not recording this. Do I get a pony at least? Yes. If you have gotten, it's kind of like Elon Musk's thing now where he's like, if you can get a swing voter in one of these states to register, I'll send you $47, which is definitely the sign of someone who's good at the internet and doesn't know how everything is manipulated all the time. If you can prove that you're pregnant with his baby, and you'll know, because at like an hour old, it is fucking annoying. It comes out, and within an hour, it's speaking, but its first words are, I invented this hospital. I'm actually the founder of this hospital. I actually founded it, and it's actually all mine. Thank you. If you can prove that, he will send you a full-size pony. E says, nice. Correct, E.
That's not. No.
Ooh, we're getting viewers back.
Work out,
It's really a roller coaster.
fastidiously. That's
how these viewers.
I felt like how he doesn't work out, and he eats, cheeseburgers and Diet Coke and stuff. And because I think it just inherently has a strong constitution.
So,
now he is, and also the beverage lady hasn't come back in a little while, so she's fired. But on top of that, they're talking about Donald Trump, who, as everybody knows, has a typical American diet. He only eats things that can be purchased through a drive-through or things that come in a box with clowns on it. So the fact that Donald Trump has managed to be eating like that steadily since the Nixon administration, and still at this point has, as far as we know, never shitted so hard the toilet exploded and killed him, that's enough reason to vote for him right there.
You were just with him. He didn't seem like a man who'd been the subject of 2 assassination attempts.
No, he seemed
A true American, Hope with a Shotgun says correctly. What is Elon drinking there? Because he had like a little espresso. Is this like soda? Or is he drinking like a Guinness? I don't know why I'm really into the beverage situation for this interview, but I am.
Sound mind and body and strong backbone.
Did you?
That's what I said in the thing. Which,
yeah.
The remarks I made there were impromptu. There was no teleprompter or anything. I was speaking extemporaneously.
Damn, he's so smart, dude. He uses words like extemporaneously.
Are you the only rich guy who doesn't have like a media consultant?
No, I don't. Media consultants.
Yeah, no, I've noticed.
Obviously.
Yeah.
I mean.
Did you see the clip of Trump trying to say Arizonans? No, I didn't, but let me do an impression of it. And keep in mind, as I've often said, I am a moderate centrist in terms of Donald Trump. He is the only hope of saving America. If he doesn't get elected, you're going to wake up tomorrow with your balls cut off and all of your children going, Daddy, I was a little boy, but now I pee sitting down and somehow my own penis is up my ass. I'm 6 years old. Daddy, we live in Missouri. If Donald Trump doesn't win, that's going to happen. But I'm sort of a moderate centrist on him. But let me do an impression of what I think him saying Arizonans would sound like. I love all the beautiful Arisians. I love the Arisians. 30 weight, David Watson says. I'm going to be straight up with you. I don't know what the fuck you're talking about right now. I don't know what you're responding to. Is this some Scottish? What the fuck is a 30 weight? I'm confused and I'm scared.
No, I just thought about what I want to say, and I just spoke off the cuff. No teleprompter, nothing.
Good for you.
Yeah. I can talk.
Look at how proud he is. That's kind of cute. Let me see if I can go back like 1 second. He's legitimately proud of that.
No, I just thought about what I want to say, and I just spoke off the cuff. No teleprompter, nothing.
Good for you.
Yeah.
Oh, he's so like, I'm fucking killing it, dude. They think I'm cool. They think I'm cool. Skate Away the Day says, LMAO, you're not even close. I feel like I've got rickets. I feel like I could sit here. He's drinking oil, David Watson. It's probably close. I feel like I could sit here and think of different ways to pronounce Arizonans. I'm not even sure that's the right way, but I'm sure I could think of different ways, and like, I wouldn't even come close to how he did it. Arizonans. Arizonians.
I can talk. Just look like now. I'm just talking. Look at me. Wow, amazing. Can you believe it?
In my head, I was about to be like, Elon Musk is the only host of Saturday Night Live currently supporting the Trump campaign, but that remains untrue. There's at least 2 other ones I can think of. Rudy Giuliani and Donald Trump himself, who hosted twice. So at least those 3. Are there any others I'm not thinking of right now who are big Trump supporters? Don't just put like Chevy Chase. He doesn't know where he is right now. He has Alzheimer's and is being a real dick about it, and no one's noticed. So, who else? I don't know. Victoria Jackson, but she never hosted. She was just on the show.
Not a teleprompter. That's crazy.
But if he loses, it's going to be hard for you to.
First, now you also know, because Elon Musk is a real fashionable guy. You know, he woke up this morning and he goes, "Well, I'm wearing my cool boots. I got my fucking badass boots to wear to the Trump rally."
Pretend you never supported him.
All in.
These guys are having a blast. When's the last time you hung out with your friend and you laughed this much?
In the deep end.
Yeah, no, you are definitely in the deep end. You cannot touch bottom.
No, I'm like rolling around. I'm like a pig in mud. I'm like, it's all in, baby.
Is it fun?
Yeah, it's pretty fun.
How
I mean, I mean, there may be some, in the hopefully unlikely event that he loses, there may be some vengeance on me.
Were you kidding?
I mean, it's possible.
Now, Kamala Harris, and I know she watches this show, whatever you do, do not release a campaign ad saying you're going to deport Elon Musk and also cut off his dick and balls. Don't release that, all right? That will, in fact, hurt you. Wendy Croy said, and hi, Wendy Croy, welcome. Whooping Cough is making a huge comeback. Maybe you picked that up. The way you say that Whooping Cough is like Demi Moore or something like that. She has a hot role in something. She's coming right back. Such command of the language. Very true. Oh, Restream says, I've received 100 messages today. We're not done. Let's keep fucking going. Comment, post dumb shit. I don't fucking care. Type shit.
Possible? You've got to be one of the biggest government contractors.
We do essential work for the government.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. Now, That is true. And the thing is, because a lot of people might be like, well, Elon Musk always talks about how bad government programs are, but actually all of his businesses are funded with government contracts. But have you ever considered shut up? You ever think like, well, man, social programs are bad, but paying Elon Musk to do Starlink for all the ships, it's shut up. On the other hand, shut the fuck up. How many kids do you have? What is that? Less than 12? Then shut the fuck up.
Yeah, but it's not like, you know, we do useful, essential work,
right?
That we compete for, and
the substance, yeah, the substance is really good. I didn't see it, of course. I don't go see movies, but I have a friend who saw it, and it's like a wild, disgusting, gory body horror movie. Highly recommended. Also, Margaret Qualley's tits, fake in the movie.
win contracts on because our product is much better and costs less. That's why we get government contracts.
No.
and I mean, if you take, for example, the NASA contract to transport astronauts to and from the space station, NASA awarded 2 contracts at the start, one to Boeing and one to SpaceX. Boeing was awarded twice as much as SpaceX.
Oh, Wendy Croy said, I just found out I am pregnant with Elon's next child. Congrats, man. Hell yeah. Guys, this is a general piece of advice. If you ever have sex with Elon Musk, absolutely do not wear a condom. That being said, you will need to make sure it's Elon Musk. It might be a homeless guy. They have a similar way of talking. Man. Ask him if he likes based epic memes. And, well, that's not a good. They're both going to respond the same way, which is, hell yeah, man. We do it's a good memes. And maybe we can, So maybe that won't really work. I don't know. Just never wear a condom again. That's my official advice. Never again wear a condom.
SpaceX has done all the astronaut transport from the space.
Oh, this is boring. Let's go ahead a little bit. David Watson says, saw Nicole Kidman's boobs in a movie today. Eyes Wide Shut? Or is it the new one, Baby Girl? Skate Away the Day says, Yilong Ma. Yilong Ma. I love you.
Literally saying black people and Hispanics are criminals.
Oh, hell yeah, dude. You know you're doing good when you jump ahead to the Elon Musk Tucker Carlson interview, and the first thing you hear is black people. Wendy Croy says, oh, I didn't have sex with him. I just watch him a lot. He's that sexually powerful. That counts as having sex with him. That counts as that. Put it on your card.
Criminals.
Yeah, well, of course.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, that's what he's saying.
That's what he's saying.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And by the way, it is true that
Oh, let's go back a little bit.
Oh, exactly. So what is that? And he doesn't seem crazy when you talk to him in person. He's a perfectly nice guy. Like why would he, and he's not stupid, why would he come out in favor of crime?
What a truthful face he has. When Tucker Carlson says something, you're like, man, I'm definitely, in no way is someone trying to talk me into investing in a timeshare.
Well, his stated reason was that it would disproportionately affect people of color.
Yeah, well, again,
that was his public statement.
Right. Well, that is one of those patronizing racist positions you described at the outset, obviously.
Yeah, he's literally saying black people and Hispanics are criminals.
Yeah, well, of course.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I wonder who he's talking about. I'm going to guess Tim Walz.
No, that's what he's saying.
That's what he's saying.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And by the way, it is true that crime like that does increase distrust between races. It actually gives...
Skate Away the Day says they're both holding their own hands. You're not wrong. Now, what you might be seeing here, now, a lesser mind would look at this and say, Tucker is an alpha and Elon Musk is a beta, so he's mimicking body language as if to say, pierce my abdomen and impregnate me, please, Senpai Carlson. But actually, what they're doing is they're both being alpha with each other, which makes them both sigmas, as a matter of fact.
Gives rise to racism. It's totally destructive of the social fabric, I think. But I'm asking, like, what do you think his real motive is? Like, who's pushing him in favor of crime?
Well, I mean...
Oh, this is Joe Biden, presume they're talking about. And I've often said this on my show, and people need to learn that I mean it, okay? Lampboop says, we definitely want to take the advice of a South African on racism. They're experts. That's a great point. If you want to learn about beer drinking, you call up a German, okay? That's what you want to do there. Joe Biden has long, and I think it's really disgusting of him, advocated for crime. He said, well, it's crime's it's legal, Jack. There's no malarkey, Jack. It's legal. I think that was a bad move on him to make all crime legal, but, you know, he does what he does.
There's always the Soros boogeyman.
Yeah.
You know,
How real is that?
It's real. I don't think one can ascribe everything to Soros.
Right.
I mean,
I agree.
he's and George himself is.
I do like that it's a first name basis because they just both hang out at rich guy parties. You know, it must be a little awkward. What? David Watson says, what's the what you're responding to? I literally don't remember where I am right now. Was it the beer drinking, talking to a German? Yeah, I'm sorry. Okay. If we want to talk about how to make the best fucking dishes out of the bladder of a sheep, then we'll call up your countrymen, you Scottish fuck. Don't stop watching. I love you. I love you.
I mean, he's senile at this point. He's not.
Yes.
Not compos mentis.
I believe he said compos mentis, which has to be a real word. Don't bother looking it up. Don't check. It's real.
So his son Alex is
Yes.
in charge, but there is this whole.
No, here's the ranking of beer drinking countries, okay? It goes, Germany is number 1. I'm sorry, but it's true. The UK, that gets number 2, all right? And maybe the most insulting thing I've said the whole time is just lumping you and Britain in together. You and England and the northern part of Ireland, all exactly the same, all really cool. You tell a Scottish person they're English, they go, awesome, man, really cool. God bless the Queen. Then I think it goes Canada at number 3, then America, then Australia, then Japan. I'm going to stand by that, actually.
System that Soros built up over many decades. You know, and so I guess Soros and like-minded people or whatever, you know, they believe in open borders. They believe we shouldn't prosecute crime.
They're always saying that. We need to make crime legal. Combos Mentos. That's what he was asking the beverage lady to come out with snacks to now become the snacks lady.
This is insane.
Those seem like expressions of hatred toward the United States. Like, if I was pushing that on a country, I would only do that if I hated the country and wanted to destroy it.
Well, it's
A really good tip, and this is for anyone out there who wants to be an interviewer, is you don't want to force, it's really rude to force your subject to have their own answers. It's better if you just provide the answers. You know, you're interviewing someone, you're interviewing Timothy Chalamet about the Bob Dylan movie. You could ask like, hey, how did you get into the mindset of Bob Dylan? But it would be better to go, hey, isn't it true that when you were trying to do an imitation of Bob Dylan, you gargled salt water and then later got whatever disease Steve Von Gino has? That's how you do an interview.
anti-civilizational. I mean, and Soros and similar organizations have been pushing this in Europe and other countries too.
Yeah.
Everywhere they can.
What's going on in Europe, would you say?
What if he's just like, well, you know, the Manchester scene is kind of starting up again. We have a lot of talented DJs coming out of that part. It's kind of a broad question.
Europe suddenly seems like a different place.
Well,
this is the mark of a really smart person when they stop and sigh and go, well, I've read a number of graphs and charts, and actually I'm very smart. And so I'll tell you what's going on with Europe. It's the gays.
I mean, my biggest concern for Europe is that the birth rate is half replacement rate.
Yes.
So Europe is rapidly becoming, with each passing year, older and older, with fewer and fewer young people. So I think at a most fundamental level, unless Europe has a birth rate at least roughly equal to replacement rate, it is in population freefall. Population collapse is what's going on in Europe.
So his main issue with Europe seems to be they're not coming enough, which I do agree. And in fact, I am willing to go over there. Oh, David Watson says Paris has a pretty decent punk scene. So They're so fucking punk. In a lot of ways, Paris is the most punk country of all time in that they will riot over anything. You're going to be like, hey, we're going to preempt the nightly news because there's a fire. Et fuck you! Start lighting baguettes on fire and throwing shit through the wall. I forget what he was talking about.
There's also like a shocking amount of censorship. You may have seen like in Britain, I kid you not, how can this be real? They are releasing convicted pedophiles from prison in order to put people in prison for Facebook posts.
And I do think that's bad. But to be fair, the Facebook posts were sure like being a pedophile, LOL, smiley emoticon, which is bad.
But to be fair, those are posts that criticize the government, so they have a good reason.
Well, they would actually...
No, Elon, he's doing a joke. He's doing sarcasm to joke with you. Elon, someone tell him. Beverage girl, go tell him.
Some of these posts that at least the ones I've seen, didn't actually criticize the government. or they were seen as
even swap,
sort of as hate speech.
Right. Because they noticed the society getting crappy.
I like how Elon Musk has his fingers in a very, let me pontificate on the situation.
And crappier with every year, and they said so.
Yeah.
Adrock says if you use Facebook, you should. Honestly, no. A lot of our great patriots are on Facebook, and it's kind of mean to ban people just for sharing, just for sharing cool memes where Tweety Bird uses the N-word. It doesn't mean they support it. If anything, go arrest Tweety Bird.
I mean, there were, and this is I'm simply stating a fact, there were migrant rape gangs in.
Yeah. Yep. So we're going to jump ahead a little bit. Let's see what he gets to at the end.
People like the idea of retiring, and
also, and I'd imagine this is literally actually true, at some point, Elon Musk must have thought about going on Hot Ones, right? That totally seems like the kind of thing that would happen. And he literally was like, that would kill me. I cannot do that.
Really, are you looking forward to it?
No, not me. I'd like to hope. I'd like to think that I'd like to do useful things.
Do you think it's a universal desire?
Now, Elon Musk has a really cool goatee. Look at that awesome goatee right there. Damn. That's because he hasn't gotten anyone pregnant in a couple weeks. When he doesn't get them pregnant, it just...
It's not universal in that there are certainly, I know many people who prefer to be retired, that they prefer to sort of not have responsibilities and engage in leisure activities. So, I mean, we're on the cusp of this. It's really a remarkable time.
With this kind of raw charisma, if we can just amend the Constitution, he's going to be president immediately. And also, here's the thing. And I know my family is out there protesting to get Kamala elected. Personally, I think devilish, pedophile, blood, spirit cooking, etc. We cannot let her win because it would not be hilarious to see the brutal takedowns of Elon Musk and J.D. Vance that Donald Trump is going to whip up if he loses the election. That would... You even imagine such a thing? What names would he have for them? Oh, would it be a terrible thing to watch?
To exist. Well, I'll tell you, like, one of the ways I sort of was able to sort of sleep and reconcile myself to this is that I thought, well, would I prefer to be alive and see the advent of digital superintelligence, or would I prefer to be alive at a different time and not see it?
I'm just imagining it's very funny. Elon Musk has a gun and he's slowly about to put it in his mouth and he goes, Wait, what about digital superintelligence? Puts the gun back.
I guess I'm like, well, I guess I'd prefer to be alive to see if it's going to happen.
Adrock says this ASMR is making me sleepy. He does have that use for him. He's a powerful alpha male who has many, many children because his ball's so heavy, despite constantly draining them. Yet he's also a great sleep aid. Let's all just take a nap together. Listen to a little bit of this.
Happen. I prefer to be alive to see it happen out of curiosity. And then I was like, well, let's say you knew for sure it would
Okay, I'm awake.
kill everyone. Would you? But you could now you can shift back in time. Like I guess I'd want to be near the end of my life or something before that happened. But
oh my God!
At the end of the day, it's like if.
Can you imagine if you were on cold medicine? That maybe would not really even be a bit at that point.
If it's going to happen, and there's nothing you can do about it, hypothetically, would you prefer to see it or not see it? And I guess if it's going to happen, I prefer to see it rather than not see it.
You know, in his head right now, he's like, I'm fucking killing this. I'm doing fucking, dude. Holy shit.
Yeah.
But as a man of action, why not convince Trump to make you Secretary of Defense and then just nuke AI?
David Watson, so he doesn't know about Ozempic, though. Ozempic sounds a little Jewish. No. Ozempic sounds like the name of a black child. Ozempic Tyrese! Come back in here right now! A little too racist? You might be right. But, you know, in your heart, I'm correct. For sure, the smartest man alive. I like that pregnant little pause there. This is great. Tucker Carlson is truly bringing Charlie Rose back. I also like that you can just hear the air conditioner going on in the background. Great noise.
I think I would certainly push for having some kind of regulatory body that at least has insight into what these companies are doing, and can ring the alarm bell, even if we don't have a regulation or rule. So I'm not.
Is Elon Musk part Asian? He looks a little Asian to me here. Is that just race science, which I promised I wouldn't do outside of the Star Wars prequel commentaries? But he looks a little Asian to me. Or does he just have Down syndrome?
I'm not someone who wants to get rid of all regulatory agencies or anything. I think there's the right number of regulations, right number of regulators, and we've gone too far.
Everything's a dream.
In a football game, if you had too many referees on the field, it would be weird. Like you can't throw the pass because you hit a referee.
Yeah, exactly.
Damn, this is a guy who definitely knows a lot about football. He's in a fantasy football league with people who like him.
And there's too many referees. But if you like to say, look at any pro sports game. They all have referees. Like the teams could decide we're going to not have referees. That could be a thing. But every sports game they have refs to make sure.
They do, and they should get rid of those. I've long said it. Oh, you're right, Schedule it. I'm thinking of Elon Musk. All right, let's go ahead a little bit. This is really taking a lot of time.
So
I just want to throw that out for context. So you've talked to Trump about some kind of commission?
Which he has mentioned publicly several times, and he's very supportive of having some kind of, government efficiency commission. Can call it Department of Government Efficiency, DOGE.
That's funny. Department of Government Efficiency, DOGE. Hell yeah, dude. No, shut up. They're clapping. They're still clapping for you. They're still clapping.
We just take a look at all the federal agencies and say, do we really need whatever it is, 428 federal agencies? Like there's so many that...
If we got rid of just 8 of them, it'd be 420, which would be very funny. So we could get rid of Department of Education, Agriculture, Department of Defense, Department of Homeland Security. We can get rid of ICE, and instead just you're legally allowed to punch brown people on the street. I got it 3 more. Whatever agency it is that like tells restaurants if they have like a C minus, we're done with that one. Any regulation on TV, we're done. Okay. Network TV, Disney Channel, you're allowed to say fuck, shit, piss, ass. In fact, you're required to. And one last one, and this is, of course, the IRS.
People have never even heard of, and that have overlapping areas of responsibility. We should, I don't know, probably we should get. I mean, there are more federal agencies than there
are stars in the skies.
Years since the establishment of the United States, which means that
that's actually a really good point. Those numbers are different.
We've created more than one federal agency per year on average. That seems a lot.
Man, you know, in his head, he's like, I got to let him know I know how math works. I got to drop some math on his ass. Twitter premium is $4.20 right now. God, he's so good at comedy.
That's a lot.
That's a lot. So we should have, that seems crazy. I think we should be able to get away with 99 agencies. I don't know. That seems a lot like a lot of agencies.
It's a lot. Yeah. 2 per state. That's a lot.
Yeah, exactly. We should have fewer
well, not two states both have to have half an agency.
Agencies.
Skate Away the Day says, if I had that remote from the movie Click, I would pause it and fart in both of their faces. Valid. Tucker Carlson would go, ooh, disgusting. And Elon Musk would say, oh, fuck, I did it again. All right, where do I send the horse to?
And they certainly shouldn't have overlapping responsibilities. And then we need some kind of, we just need a review of regulations to say which ones are sensible and which ones are not. Because if you've got regulators every year, they're going to add more regulations, just automatic, like they just output regulations. And there's more laws and regulations every year until basically everything's legal, so we can't get anything done. So we need some kind of garbage collection for regulations that don't make sense. I think I'm saying very obvious things.
You are saying obvious things.
Yeah. So
which will be very unpopular things.
Yeah. I'll probably need.
But it takes a brave man to stand up to unpopular things. In fact, you might have seen a little film called Braveheart. I rest my case.
If this happens, quite a significant security team. So because someone might literally go postal on me from the post office.
But in the meantime, you've got
legitimately kind of a funny joke. Someone might literally go postal. There we go.
Got America PAC.
Yeah.
That is encouraging voting for the next month. Am I summarizing correctly?
Yeah. I formed America PAC really to support core values that I believe in.
Do any of you guys live in any of those states? Let's look that up right now. Okay, what's the Elon Musk pays to refer to McDonald's? What the fuck are you talking about? I looked at McDonald's mascot earlier. It's pay to refer voters. What's his little fucking thing he's got going on? Okay, to refer swing state voters. So Musk ramped up his pro-Trump super PAC activity. Damn, what a great picture of a guy who sleeps normal amounts. Is offering $47 if they successfully get one registered swing state voter to sign a petition supporting the First and Second Amendment of the Constitution. The payout offer appears to be a way to financially yada, yada, yada. But what states are it? Because I'm wondering if I can get some money. I could use $47. Anyone live, which states is it? Right here? Here's the post. Okay. For every person who is a swing state voter, let's check it out right here. So do we have anyone watching this right now who lives in Pennsylvania, Georgia, Nevada, Arizona, Michigan, Wisconsin, or North Carolina? Anyone? Sound off. Man, I'd love to know. I could sure use 47. My state doesn't even count. Yeah. Well, Ohio, I think, is kind of a swing state. But again, voting is gay, so we stopped it. All right, let's finish this stupid interview up.
Which are, I think, again, very obvious centrist.
David Watson says, I know cats in Georgia. Well, have them reach out or have them apply through the link right here wherever the hell it is. I'll put it in the chat right here. And then have them, let me put it in the chat. Hobo with a shotgun says, I'm in Pennsylvania. Yo, go on there and refer some people on over and have them put the Vongino predicament at gmail.com for my email. I could get like $100, dude. I'd use that money.
Positions,
buy more Trump flags.
Which is like in America, I think we want safe cities, secure borders, sensible spending. Tell me where I'm going far right here. We want to have the right to self-protection.
Gun-wise. Condom-wise, zero. They're probably felons, though. That's a problem. But with Kamala Harris and the radical demon rats, I call them, felons now get 2 votes.
We should respect the Constitution and not try to break the Constitution.
Lampoob says it's the eugenics. That's where you're moving, definitely leaning. Yeah, you fucked that up and you should be ashamed. Now, you're saying eugenics, but I don't know why it's so crazy that he simply supports the town of Eugene, Oregon. I think it's a lovely place.
It's there for a reason. We should stop lawfare.
Stop it all. Stop the lawfare.
And I kind of listed these out. These are all listed on the American
Too many. Is Eugene a hippie town? I didn't even know that. Huh, you learn something new every day.
PAC website. People can go look at the America PAC website. It's theamericapac.org and see if there's anything I disagree with, or where perhaps we should modify these goals. But I think these are good goals to have. They were certainly part of the and right to free speech.
Yes.
First Amendment.
Absolutely. Now, some might be saying that Elon Musk actually bans a lot of people off of X.com, a website that's always been called that. And as such, maybe he's a little hypocritical about his free speech. But have you considered that when he bans speech, he doesn't like it? It's rude. It's very rude.
If we don't have free speech, we don't have democracy because people cannot make an informed vote. So those are my controversial views. And look, I don't think either party. I don't think the Republicans are perfect. I don't think, obviously, right now I'm more Republican than Democrat. But it's not like I think the Republican Party is perfect.
Does he even get to vote? He's from South Africa. So he's an actual citizen and shit. He gets to vote. Okay.
Or is without issues. But we've got a choice between 2 candidates, and I think on balance, it's a no-brainer to vote for Trump. And if we don't vote for Trump, I think we're at serious risk of losing our democracy and becoming a one-party state where there.
Who else would watch an entire film about him putting on those boots the morning of this, just his whole adventure trying to get those things on?
There isn't an election anymore. There's only a Democratic primary like there is in California.
I also like that Tucker appears to be wearing skinny khakis. I didn't know they made those. Skinny jeans, but, if you maybe have thrown a woman off a boat before. Was she alive? Was she dead? I don't know what woman you're talking about, officer.
Elon Musk, thank you very much.
All right, that does it. So what are your takeaways from that interview, guys? What do you all think?
Shut up and sit down.